Alright, replay review. KissBlade, Johanna, Volskaya Foundry. Here's some interesting comps here. Mostly on your side, unfortunately, and I use interesting as not a good descriptor. So, on their side, they've got a Stitch's main tank. Stitch is obviously very much a pick tank. He wants to find a hook, kill a hook, and then fight 4v5. Much like Varian, except he goes from range, Varian kind of goes in. Very similar though. So Stitches needs two things. He needs CC follow-up because Hook he doesn't have any follow-up after Hook. He has a bit of a slow with his W, but he wants hard CC to follow up and keep him there. And he needs burst damage to actually kill the target. He does have both of those. Um, Right Wing is follow-up CC. Uh, what's his name? Thrall is follow-up CC, and even Nazebo is follow-up CC. If he puts his wall in front of Stitches and Stitches just hooks into the wall, that should work. And he has burst damage as well, Nazebo, Thrall, Nova. So he can get picks off of Hook. However, your team has an Uther Medivh, so that plan falls apart pretty much immediately as long as both of them are paying attention. Medivh just is not hookable because he's in Raven form. And then as soon as someone gets hooked, they get protected and portaled out, and they basically should never die as long as Medivh's nearby. And Medivh should pretty much be nearby because all Medivh needs to do is follow Stitches around and keep vision on him constantly so we can never even really look for a hook out of vision. So you have got that handled very solidly. However, everything else about your team is not great. Uther Medivh is not a good pairing. It's extremely redundant. Medivh already, well, both of them are burst protection heroes, so you don't really need two. One of them, it should be enough to keep anyone alive through burst. And so Medivh, yeah, so that's redundant. Medivh really likes a sustained healer, sustain burst healer, which is Medivh is basically a burst support here. That's his role. He wants a sustain healer with him, so you sustain through fights, you have the sustain, and they can't burst you because you have Medivh. Standard double support setup. Uh, Now it's double support there, wants some sort of carry champion behind it. Keep the carry sustained, keep them from getting bursted, they can't die, you win. Where is your carry champion? You don't really have one. Rainer's damage is fairly low. Li Ming is more of a bursty character. She can go auto attack build, I guess, but even then, that's kind of bad. Playing double support like this also forfeits wave clear, especially considering one of your DPS is also Li Ming, so your wave clear is really bad. Rainer didn't even take Exterminator. It's basically you and Rainer on waves constantly here, and since this is Storm League, I believe this is in Bronze, right? I do not trust this Rainer to grab Soak, so that's basically you soaking forever. Good news is that's fine, because with an Uther Medivh kind of double support setup, you don't necessarily need to be as much of a tank. Medivh actually handles like three of the four roles of a tank very well. He grabs vision extremely well. He can make people unkillable. He can secure rotations, etc., etc. And Uther is kind of just like a frontliner that Medivh can enable. Medivh is like half a main tank. You need some sort of frontliner to enable. Uther works well with that, actually. You've got a decent pairing in that regard. So looking at this, what you've kind of got here is Uther Medivh tank and Johanna offlane. Or Uther benefits from Medivh's protection so that he can survive in the front, and portals so that you can get on someone and stun them. And that can sort of set up for Li Ming to do stuff. Rainer just kind of exists, doesn't really get gone on because Medivh and Uther. So that's kind of like, you're just off clearing waves. That's your role. Looking a bit more at the other side, obviously their hook picks doesn't work, but Nazebo is kind of really what I'm looking at. Thrall is in the same boat as Stitches. Thrall likes to burst people down. He can poke a little bit, but he should be fine. The poke shouldn't be that relevant. Nazebo and to a lesser extent Nova are more the concerns because Nazebo can just keep throwing stuff out that Uther may have trouble healing up. Nova can go into a sustained build with snipe build and keep sniping people, and again, may have trouble healing that up. So actually, this is kind of interesting. I don't like your draft that much because where is your wave clear? But if you look at this from Uther Medivh tank, Johanna offlane angle, it becomes a lot better instead of like what Rainer offlane. So your job here is pretty much waves constantly 24/7, hit the waves. You're playing off lane. Now we'll see where Rainer goes. If Rainer goes bot, you can stay with the team, but if he doesn't go bot, you're going bot. Oh, I am in fast forward mode. Alright. As always, I like where you position here. Not in the wave necessarily, but out of vision, ready to flank around, good tanking instincts. You're looking for stacks. I would have gone and cleared the wave instantly. You don't really gain anything by fighting. I mean, Medivh has stacks, Raynor has stacks, neither Uther even has stacks, but Uther can stack off of minions. That's fine, whatever. But none of the stacks are super important. No one really needs the stacks to function. Raynor just more needs to not die, which he should have no problem with here. The one advantage here is Raynor has sustained healing down if he goes for E build, and Uther can burst heal, so he should actually be kind of fine. But yeah, I just look for this wave clear. Because again, if we're looking at this in terms of you're the wave clear here, do that thing, get the wave clear so you can leave. My suspicion here is that you stay with the team too much most of the game. So I'm gonna just make that prediction now and see if that is true. I also saw a very early D out here. Where is the threat on you? I mean, Thrall is literally running away. Zebo's running away. They're all kind of running away. There's no threat on you right now. You're not looking for a kill. You're not looking for a kill. You're not being threatened. See, now they're turning back, and your D's about to run out. So now you need to run away. So you just went in, used all of your abilities that you could have been using on the wave to hit heroes, and you're not getting any kill out of it. And in fact, your Medivh might actually die here. Sorry, no, not your Medivh. Your Uther will die. Ah, no, your Uther's fine. He sustained through it all. Alright, you did pick up that kill, but is that worth it? This wave's crashing, this wave's crashing. Minions already died in this wave, and no one's on their way to catch it, so you're going to miss at least one XP globe, probably multiple. This minion's about to die, you're about to miss that. Alright, excellent. Okay, good, you are rotating bot. There you go, good. Alright, and this is basically your home here. I would ping top. Just assist ping top, hook grip, makes someone get that. This way, if you can throw an E onto it, then W it. Bad ability positioning. First of all, I would E the wave first if you're planning to E it at all, so you hit everyone really easily without having to step back. You did get W on everyone, but you missed the front line with your Q, and then again you missed the front line with your E as well. You just E the back line. And you have to use both charges of Q, which you probably would have used anyway, in fairness. Your wave clear isn't... You don't like insta-clear waves that quickly right now. I mean... It does eat some mana, it does make your wave clear a bit slower, but it doesn't matter too much. I like the rotation out here. You can't take the camp, you don't really want to push into the Zebo. I don't like going here because a wave's about to crash mid. They can do this themselves, especially with Raynor going, and now you're missing a wave mid and bot. The better play would have been to you're rotating up mid. You can clear this mid wave when it's crashing, mount up and rotate back down bot, because they're about to get structure damage bot lane, I think. Assuming they keep pushing, which I assume they will be doing.
Fate smiles upon us.
Alright, I mean, good kill, but I don't really like you going for it, because you're missing the wave bot for it. Also want to look at that D usage again.
Fate smiles upon us.
Things I'm going to be looking for this game mechanically. I believe the last Johanna game I looked at, I pointed out some bad D usage and a lot of bad hammers usage, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to be looking out for those specifically. Yeah, don't need to use D. There's the stitches there. What's he do to you? I mean, there's a Zebo trading in, but he's not hitting you yet, so you could have definitely saved your D. You don't need the unstoppable. You don't need the shield, and you're staying here way too long. I wouldn't have gone for that kill in the first place. I would have instantly gone bot, but especially after you get that kill, you go bot. You miss an entire wave for it. Fortunately, your Ming has been soaking top, so you're okay on that front. There you go, bot lane. Job getting those small globes too. That's unfortunate top lane. Not much you can do about it though. Alright, that was better ability usage, but you missed some minions with your E. And you can just E first, or step back and E after you use WQ. I also don't love the double E. Like, the double E does clear a bit faster, but what do you do clearing faster here? Mid, there's nothing really to do mid. You've got two people mid. You could go to camp and help Uther. I guess that's an argument. I don't know. The mana tension is definitely real, though. This thing's, what, 45 mana? I definitely don't like using E on this camp here. Maybe W and Q are okay. I don't think E's necessary. Because you have to watch your mana bar. Where are you going? There's a wave bot lane. You don't care about this. They're not even dying. There's no damage here. Get your butt back bot lane. Wave? So, you mount up, and you go bot to catch this wave. Like, you don't care about this. No one's dying here. Clear the wave and then go up. No one's dying here. This is freaking Toad's build Nazebo. Where is his damage? It doesn't exist. You have your two supports fighting here. They're gonna save each other. There's no threat here. I mean, maybe they die, but even if they die, I value this wave more than their lives. Yeah, I mean, they die before objective, so what? This thing takes like 2 minutes to capture. They'll be up 3 times over by the time it's important. There's a massive wave bot that you're now missing. You're also fighting down your Liu Ming and down your Raynor. There's no damage here. There's no point in contesting this. Raynor's clearing top. He's matched by Nova, though, so it's fine that he's top. And it's fine that Liu Ming's not there either. She doesn't have to be. They were both top. She's coming down. But the point is, there's no fight here. There's nothing to do without your damage. You have 2 supports and a tank. You get some damage later, but not now. What's his name? Medivh hasn't even completed his quest yet. Brightwing's there. You're not getting a kill. You're not getting killed. You're kind of just slowly losing health. That Brightwing is going to sustain more than you guys because you have an Uther main healer. You're just auto-attacking this Nazebo, eating all his toads, giving him free stacks. You're lost 2/3 of your health bar for pretty much nothing. Now you have to burn D and walk away. Oh, also used all your mana. And now you're still going in, even after Medivh stood. Very, we'll say, unideal fighting. This all could have been avoided if you just gut the bot wave. Good kill. See, if you were able to rotate up now, this could be good. But there, you got to tap. But now Uther's dead too. Oh, okay. You good? All right, good flank on your part. Back and clear bot wave, or clear mid wave, either one, or clear top wave. I'd rotate top after this. Nice. Excellent. Grab the globes before they despawn. Good. Unfortunate. That's fine. Don't care. You missed 2 globes. Nice. Clear this wave as well. Clear this wave as well. Clear this wave as well. You have 1 dead. Where are you going? This is the 45. You're fighting a 4v5 for no reason. Came in, dropped a bunch of abilities, wasted a bunch of mana, did nothing. Are you clearing this wave? You're going bot for what? The wave's already pushed up. So over the last few minutes, you've came up here, dumped a bunch of abilities and health on nothing, went down, came up, got a couple kills, which is nice. Then started to soaked up here, missed another wave up here. As it was crashing, you saw it crash and left. Came down to fight a 4v5, dumped a bunch of mana, dumped a bunch of health for nothing. Rotated down around here, and now I guess you're clearing this wave. Like, you could have, if you were just going to clear waves anyway, just stay up top here. Or keep double soaking top mid. Let's look at 3 minions here, by the way. Where are you going? Alright. You have... Alright. There's some follow-up. There's a good flank. I would have... If you were planning to flank up here, I would have pinged assistance. Like, spam ping assistance. Let them know that you're flanking. So they can move in. Because here you get this big engagement. No one's really ready for it. You can stay in, by the way. You still have a big health bar to use. Start using your... Throw your E out for blinds. No mana, though. Oh, Uther lives. Big. Alright, get out of here. You got your kills. Leave.
Expertly done.
I love the HUT's replay system, by the way. Very good. Holy crap. Alright, pop off, Rainer.
You have achieved greatness.
I'd clear this wave and then back. Wonder if there's an argument for going shield this game. Or sword. Probably not. Nah, there's no reason to go sword. I wouldn't get in this. You're the wave clear. You're the off lane. Okay, I like that this is gonna take this bot. There used to be... The meta on Volskaya used to be... So the first objective on Volskaya is really weak. Just full stop. Like, this thing sucks. So you use the first objective to set up for what you want to do later. And it used to be that the meta was take it top and try and get this well, so that when the next objective spawned top, you could fight over it better because you were up a well and they had no well. And then you win this objective and you do something with it. Usually it's take a bot to set up for third objective. Nowadays, you can't kill the well anymore, so the meta is more shifted to you just take a bot and try and setting up for third objective with second objective. Get as much damage as you can here, so that when you get the second objective, you can push even harder, and set up for the third objective to push even harder and try and end. Assuming you get all 3 objectives, though. But yeah, I like where you're taking it, is the result here. And Tifa's not even really dying that much. You can, see, get to it again. You can use the Rocket Fist on heroes, by the way. It disables structures, but like right here, you can shoot it back to try and hit someone here. It'll, well, not right now, but in half a second. Yeah, right now you could say shoot it on this Thrall. It'll stun him and push him all the way back. You did use it on someone, didn't you? Where did it go? Where did it go? You're casting it. Oh, did you hit the Brightwing? That's even better. Alright. That's a fantastic use of the Rocket Fist. Ignore my options on the Thrall. Nice, goodie. Alright, I mean, good use of Protector's abilities. It is arguably the better play, by the way, once that team fight starts, to just get out of the Protector and do Johanna things instead of like whatever the Protector can do. But whatever. Ming is soaking because you're not soaking. At this point, by the way, I just got out of the Protector. You're not doing anything. Cool. Suck these minions. You can, if you're stuck in the wall, you can try and use Condemn to disjoint the zombies. It doesn't work every time. Sometimes you'll still be stuck afterwards, but sometimes you'll be able to get out. Okay, you have a big... yeah, you got no damage follow-up. Shield is... Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Alright, good shield. Ditched. Who'd you get? Rainer. Alright, dead. A good shield on the Zebo. Let's look at the rest of that fight again. I think you... I don't know. Yeah, you did kind of use your abilities unnecessarily. You had enough time to react to that ley line. You saw it coming out far before you pressed your buttons. And then there was the option to shield this Bright Ring out of time stop, but your follow-up isn't necessarily there. I like the shield on this guy right here. You did take a lot of damage there. Where did you use your D? Was your D usage correct? Could you have D there? I used it over here. Why is the replay stuttering so much? Oh, right, you used it in the zombie wall. Yeah, no, that's fair. Alright. Best optimization in that team fight is just not using your abilities on the ley line targets. Kind of just a reaction time issue, I guess, though. I like going bot here, just going somewhere. Ming's going back top. You're never gonna get this kill on him, by the way. You should be fine. You're ready to unstoppable through hook. He's not even throwing it. Good save. Rotate out. Got mid to clear. Very good. I'm only watching the hammer usage here. And bad usage on the wave. I would just... Okay, yeah. Boss, wave's cleared bot. Yeah, where are your hammers? You could be using hammers to clear this. There they are. Alright, wave about to crash bot. Go clear it. Bot. I can't tell when the point's about to unlock, by the way. I know it's not up yet. Alright. No hammers used here. Again, use them... You can... There are optimizations to it, but you can literally just use them off cooldown whenever you're hitting things. And you will get them up enough that it's fine. It's just enough random damage that it is fine. So like right now you could use hammers, it'll hit this Nova. There's hammers. D usage when you're not really even being hit. Why are you not trying to save? Who's in the stitches here? Uther. Why are you not trying to save Uther? You could definitely have definitely have just tried to shield. Maybe he's unsavable. Okay, never mind. I changed my mind. It's probably not worth trying to save him. Especially since you just burned D. Oh, he lived. Nice. I mean, contribute something. Your damage is, by the way, down here and dead. So I don't know why you're in the middle of 3 people. Like, here. You've got something going on here. You could rotate in and drop turret. Instead, you're hitting these people while your team's all fighting down there. So your Thrall's dying. Sorry, not your Thrall, your Rainer. Yeah, that was just a really bad team fight by you. Probably by other people as well, but definitely by you. Going here don't really do anything, which is fair. There's not much follow-up there. You burn D unnecessarily, which means you can't chase after these guys and try and save your Uther. And then your Uther gets out, but your Rainer gets hooked, and I guess you don't even see it. Was I? Let me actually go back. Where was your camera? This is your camera. Yeah, you don't see it at all. That's why. Because you're not like looking down. I assume that was just you tunnel vision and you didn't even see your Rainer get hooked. But I mean, you can see that there's no follow-up there and not go in on that. Alright, your play here. You can contest top, you can look here. You have shield up in 10. Ooh. Oh, good trickle of protection. Clear this wave mid. Alright. Or look Nazebo top. Yeah, that's fine. That should kill. Just shield him. Just shield him. Just shield him. Should have done that a little bit earlier. Alright. Also, small optimization. Sorry. Little, not quite far back enough, but when you're going up here, when you're already behind him, you don't need to suck him. You can just use the Q on him to slow him and keep body blocking him. You can use the suck if he gets past you to pull him back in and do the stuns so you can get behind him again. Also use your hammers. You use hammers after you used all your abilities, so you don't get your hammers back. You could have hammered him twice there. He also held shield a little bit too long. As soon as he got past you, and you didn't have any more abilities, I just hit him with the shields to secure the kill. But it's fine. You get the kill. Uther loses a bit of health, but it's fine. We got a nice push going bot. You set that up. That wasn't you. Hey, what happened there? That's unfortunate. Ram just got caught out. Yeah, that's... That's kind of on Rainer for staying up too long, but also I wonder what you're going back for. Like the instinct of backing off for a little bit. Get the wave, I guess. I can understand getting the wave. Okay. I can understand getting the wave. There's a good argument for you just staying up there too, though. I'd focus on clearing this mid wave here. Press hammers, nice. Suck. Okay, good. Going for a tap. That's fine. Step up, hammers. Nice, good hammers. You should be fine. You have D up. Good. Yeah, you should be perfectly fine here. Nice. Alright. E16, big power spike. Is it correct for you to even be up here and not soaking mid? I guess. It's probably correct. Throw a shield back there. Or on this Thrall. Throw a shield on someone. Probably Thrall is the correct option. Accept that. Thrall dies. Good. Alright. Yeah, rotate up on these guys. Q him, nice. Oh, hammers almost. I like trying to make the hammers hit him. Ah, good. Yeah, I mean, not much else you could do after the zombie wall. You could have tried and back off though. That's kind of the best you've got. Just back off after that and trust that Rainer gets the kill. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know. I'm gonna go back some more actually. I don't want to look over the fight. I'm gonna be very nitpicky and find something that you did wrong. Because I don't like ending that with, okay, well, you did well pretty much, and then you just kind of died because you got stuck in a zombie wall. I don't like ending with that. I'm gonna be very nitpicky and probably unfair to you, and find something that I can say you could have done this better and not died. Like, practically, I think You did mostly fine here. That death. Pretty much the best you could do after that death, I think, is just back off because you're low on health. Just let Raynor get that kill. Yep, good shield. Okay. You need to use D there, because I think that was your last D. If you had D up for the zombie wall, you could have lived it. Do you need to use D there? Yeah, I would use D there. Yeah, I can't really fault you for using D there to avoid that burst damage. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I'm sure there's some fault. I can't really find much fault with the way you played it. That, working back. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's what I could say, definitely. You spend a lot of time walking back there. After he's low, Raynor's going for him already, right? You can definitely see Raynor going for him. Yeah, Raynor's got him. You can just immediately walk this away, take the conveyor, and get out of there. That's kind of the best I've got. I don't. You ate a bunch of Nazebo toads. I don't think it's realistic to say you can't eat them. I don't think it's realistic to say you don't get stuck in the zombie wall either. Like, you could have tried to dodge both of them, but that's gonna be difficult. At this point, I wouldn't go for a point, by the way. I'd just grab mid, grab bot, give them this objective. I have no idea what the progress is. They may already have it. Okay, it looks like 88%. Is it 88%? No, that's the protector health, right? Regardless, you had 2 dead. What are you doing here? You've just used a bunch of health for basically nothing, and into your Medivh. Oh, he's got shield up. He's got double shield, actually. Okay, yeah, so you've used a bunch of health, which forced you to burn your tap, and then you kind of entered your Medivh, which forced you to use Divine Shield, and you also used your Blessed Shield. So now that you have 5 people back, well, you don't even have Li Ming back, but you could soon look to contest again, except you're down 2 ultimate cooldowns and your tap. So now you basically have no ability to contest this, and you definitely are just leaving. Just give him this. Go soak some lanes, is my opinion. You have no follow-up on that. And because of that, Raynor steps up to try and follow up, but he just dies. Finally, you're leaving, but I'm not even sure that's correct anymore now that Raynor is dead. Oh, he's debuild Raynor, interesting. Yeah, now that Raynor is dead, that's a lot of your damage on the Protector, especially since Ming's orb build. So is it even correct for you to not be there? I'm not even sure anymore. You might need to stay and try and help kill the Protector. Alright, you have shield back up. I'd go on this Thrall right now. If you can get a shield on him, you're a little bit blocked by Stitches, but if you can step to the side and get a shield on him, or even bounce the shield onto him. Okay, good shield. Good shield. Do you have follow-up, though? I don't think you needed to pop D there, but it was probably fine. Yeah, you have no follow-up. Are you just dead here? Yeah, you're dead. Oh, Medivh OP. Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of this flank in theory, but in practice, you didn't really have follow-up. If you really want to be aggressive, you could shield this Thrall right now. Or right now. And you could really try and go on him, like, immediately. But you use your abilities to kill a Protector that's already dead, and a Stitches that you're not going to kill. Your W and Q are down for basically nothing. You have a good shield here, but nothing off the shield, so you basically are dead in the water. I wouldn't even try and continue this. I get the like instinct to try and look for kills. Your Rainer is just respawned though. You took that entire fight 4v5. If you went instantly before the Protector died and before they were able to respond to you, maybe you can kill the Thrall. Maybe, I'm not positive. But I think you waiting that like extra second and then using both your abilities on not Thrall definitely cost you a kill. And also all your health again. Dang. So crazy that Raider lost all his Medivh stacks. That's so sad. It was 5v4. So you recognized it, but you ran into all of them anyway. Like going bot here. This fort's dead if Nazeebo wants it. He doesn't. Use your hammers on the wave. You use your hammers after you've already used your abilities on everything, which means you don't get a reset on them, which means you don't have them for this wave. Use your hammers now. Nope. Alright, that's fine. The wave's cleared either way. Look for a flank mid again. You have no follow-up here. You can't shield as much as it looks like a good shield. Okay. Again, shield. You're trying to suck the ley line people, but you have a good shield off of ley line. Alright, our button's broken. Never mind. Saving shield for next game. Although it is a 45 again, so I suppose there is an argument for not. I think you could try for it with Ming behind you. Maybe you get a kill. Yeah, I mean that you would have gotten a big orb hit. Is that enough? I don't know. I would have tried for it. I can understand not wanting to go in 45 ago, especially down 20 after last time, but then why were you trying to suck people? Why were you on the flank at all, actually? If you're not looking for a fight, why are you going on the flank and not rotating around super safe? And if you're not looking for the fight, why are you doing that? Alright, yeah. So at this point, after you aren't going for the flank. Oh wow, and Medivh lost his Rainer stacks. So after you failed the flank, you're not going for the flank, you're not going for the immediate engage off of the ley line in front of your fort with a Ming behind you. So you're not fighting here. Even after Rainer gets here, you're down 20. This is just not a fight you're taking. Because it's just a straight on, both teams are looking at each other, 5v5, except you're 2 levels down. Before, it was possibly acceptable, because you had a flank, you had a surprise engage, and you had 2 people stuck here with a Ming looking at them. There is a chance you get kills there. Not guaranteed, but there's a chance. At this point, it's absolutely not happening. Rainer's not even here. Wait, this is just a 4v5 again. This is still a 4v5. Except now it's much worse. You lose off this? No, you don't. Big damage absorbed. Alright, so... because of this, 1 person has died. 2 people have died. You've lost a fort. The fort was probably lost anyway. But you've lost fort and 2 people, and I think that's a lot due to what you did. Because Medivh portaled a bit aggressively, which I don't agree with, but he probably can get out. Back a little bit more, come on. Ay 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 ay. You could have shielded, you could have tried to shield her, by the way. Yeah, Medivh portals aggressively. Medivh puts a portal in. If he doesn't even go in, you're the first to go in. And Medivh's out. Yeah, now that is you running in. and kind of inching the rest of your team. You pay the price for your sins. You managed to get out because Medivh shielded like 1500 damage off of you. Hello, weird thrall bills. I assume the rest of the team fights just go the same. I mean, you're probably getting 20 here, judging by how long the replay goes. Camp's int, don't go camp. It's a really obvious thing for you to be on, and they just check it, and then they kill you again. Never mind, they're on support camp. I don't hate them on support camp either, that's also fine. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so you're allowed to get that camp, I suppose. Why are you up there? I guess they didn't respond, so that's fine. Very aggressive clear, though. Walked right into their faces. If they had decided to respond, you would have inted a bunch of your health for free. Alright, there's 20 for you guys. Here's your chance. You're just going immediately for point. Which is fine. You're down 2 DPS, though. And Zebo's pushing mid. Like, you're not fighting this down 2 DPS. They're both clearing top. This is... yeah. Alright, everyone's out. Cool. You're still down 2 DPS, though. Ming's clearing top. Like, you don't... yeah. You don't need to fight this. I realize you want to fight it up 20, but... there's a top wave to clear. There's a mid wave that's hitting your walls. You can do your homework first. This takes a while to cap. You can do a bit of homework, push out the waves, and then hit the point. Because if you don't clear this, like Ming is correct here, if you don't clear this, you lose a keep for free. Which, I mean, the keep is already lost in terms of if they want to push through it. It offers no resistance, but it does offer catapult pressure. That's relevant. And, I mean, either way, even if this Ming is wrong, even if this Rainer is wrong for helping her clear, they're still gone. You don't contest this. Now, you are kind of hovering, you're not hard committing, so I assume you realize this to some extent. But you could be communicating that, spam ping retreat, kind of just moving away, helping Ming clear. Because if you help them clear, if you go clear mid, you communicate that you're not there either. And now you're just losing because you're taking a 45. Can you get out here? You're not fighting this. You're trying to retreat. Okay, Ming comes down because you literally give her no choice, and now you lose top keep. You have a large team shield button that you have pressed now and only benefiting you. Your hammers is off cooldown. You haven't pressed it. Actually, let's just go back to when this starts and look at all your ability usage. Back. Da-da-da. Replay system really starts to break down once you get past a certain amount of time. Very unfortunate. This should be the last rewind we need, though. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Not too much I think you could have done better, except you could maybe have shielded the stitches to give Medivh time to walk away before Gorge. Or you could have not stepped in range of the stitches, but both of those I think are okay. They're misplays, but not like egregious misplays. I can definitely understand the thought process, and I don't necessarily hate it. Maybe you don't want to waste shield, you want to just step up and peel for Medivh, you have Iron Skin up, so you're kind of fine. Alright, after this is when the interesting stuff starts happening, I think. So you're out. press your blinded by the light immediately after that shield goes down to try and actually, honestly, press blinded by the light a bit before it goes down because the shield lasts 3 seconds, which is plenty of time. Okay, you do press it. It's a little late though. Yeah, you're not fighting here. Also, is the other thing. After you get out, you're trying to step back. Keep blinds on people as much as possible. Press as many buttons as possible. Like, kind of bait you into using Divine Shield. You didn't need a Divine Shield. All right. Hammer usage is actually kind of fine here. Blinded usage is not necessary. Hammers, yeah, I mean your abilities are mostly fine here actually. That last blinded use was not great. You have to run away from spiders. Yeah, you can't contribute much. So yeah, if you had just waited for, if you guys had just stayed all the way back and waited for everyone, I think that's a much better fight. And then you just engage with a shield, ley line, fine. And you know, you can't control the rest of your team. The Medivh and Uther are really chomping at the bit. But you can ping them off. You can go help clear the waves. Because if you see that your team's trying to clear the waves, you can go help them, and then the waves are cleared faster, and then you can contest faster. The Zevo 20 is not honestly that relevant. I actually think your 20 is stronger. Just like you as a hero, Uther 20 is insane. Like, I think you guys actually have the better 20s. Okay, good. I like the aggression. You definitely need to find something. Ooh, dang. Zebo. His Medivh stacks, how will he ever recover? Yeah, but you gotta keep the aggression up. DPS should be hitting. Ah, never mind. They're turning back to fight. Okay. Go back and hit the protector though. These guys are out. Can try and trend this thrall. Yeah, this is nice. Used your Q too early. You didn't actually hit the thrall with it. You can just spam blinds on him. Like, especially post 16, whenever your blind is up, you can just kind of spam it on the biggest group of enemies you find. Nice defense. Because you got the CDR, you got to heal off of it. You want this heal. Like, I'd just be using it on the Protector whenever it's up. You can hit the Protector in Right Wing. There's no follow-up on that Right Wing, by the way, and there's no threat on you to use Dion. Let's look at that a little bit more. I assume you guys wipe here and then they end. Yeah, so there's no threat on you. You don't need to use D. Unless you're, like, trying to dodge poly, but why do you care? Because, again, you don't need to get this suck off because there's no follow-up on it. Actually, poly was used. What am I saying? Okay. Blinded right now. Blinded. E's nice. Good blinded. Start throwing E's out. I'd peel back here. You walk in the wrong direction. You're walking away from both of your births. Well, your birth saves are both inside the stitches, so never mind. But still, you're walking away from your team. And you just kind of die there. Unfortunate that shield wasn't up. Yeah, and then I assume they just end off this. Oh no, the hook. Rip. They walk top and end. They do not.
We need to take this enemy down.
Actually get the... Oh. Now they walk top and end. Alright. That sucks. What is this? Is this 50 armor? Alright. So he's not res. It doesn't change my analysis, by the way. Every single one of Uther's 20s is kind of insane. Get out there, try and defend. I mean, you're not going to do it, but give it a try. Alright. That's GG. Build's fine. This is, you know, again, normal Johanna E build. So, not gonna talk about that. So, big takeaways from this game. I don't think you realize that you're the offlaner in this scenario. That's the big thing that I think would have changed this game. You were in team fights way too much and not soaking enough. You're not the tank here, you're the offlane. Also, learning to count. You took at least 3 or 4 fights where you're down people, which is just basic hunt no stuff. And I mean, both of those just, if you change both of those, I think you do significantly better this game. I don't like your comp as much. I mean, I don't like their comp much either, but your comp is a lot more workable if you're just taking straight fights with your entire team, and your team is as a whole taking straight fights with the entire team, and you individually are hitting a lot more waves. Micro-wise, there were times where you're not using, well, wave clearing. Make sure to hit the entire wave with all your abilities. Try and get to the side. Try and get to the side of the wave. Condemn the entire thing. Then Q it. And actually, I'll demonstrate in the practice tool in a second. And then remember to use your hammers pretty much off cooldown. Same with blinded. Blinded a little bit more conservatively. Obviously, you want to make sure you're hitting your team and your team's actually making use of the shield. But your blinded usage was fine for the most part. I don't remember any egregious times where you're holding blinded and you could have used it. Maybe like there were some times where you could have used it like a second earlier, but for the most part you were fine. There were definitely times where you're holding hammers though. That's pretty much what I remember. There might have been some other things I mentioned here that I've forgotten. But yeah, just realizing what your role is, hit waves correctly, use your abilities correctly in fights. There was also some times where you're like using your W and Q on some random targets that aren't relevant, or not spamming blind quite enough. Your blind usage was usually good, but especially post 16, you get the CDR, you get the healing, and the healing's really useful because you're not getting topped off by your Uther. He just doesn't have the capability to keep you topped off as well as the rest of the team, so you need that healing off of your 16, and you get the CDR. So, yep. I'm gonna show you some Johanna ability usage on waves real quick. Where is she? There she is. Alright, let's get Malf out of here. Get Arthas out of here. We'll set level to 1 real quick. Get minions back in. Alright, so your wave clear here. If you see the wave coming up, wait, hit the entire wave. Suck the entire wave and then get to the side. So you can queue the entire wave. And then just spread out autos. You can use the second E charge if you want, but see how much mana that took. That's kind of rough. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go to 13 and show it with Blessed Hammers. Minions out of here.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Alright.
Choose a talent.
Hammers.
Seems right.
Hammers, you actually kind of want to let the wave crash, and then you start sucking. I don't know if you saw, but I used hammers right before my W hit, so it's back up immediately. Let's get the minions back and show that again. And you want to let the wave kind of crash first because I don't want to waste ECDR. I may have missed like an ability though somewhere, but yeah, I guess go back and watch that in slow motion if you need to. But what I was doing there was I'm getting to the side of the minions, I'm starting to suck, and then right before suck hits, I'm using hammers. And I'm also making sure to face inwards towards the minions, so the hammers spawn right in front of me. And we'll hit the minions. Let's get my Get my hammers back. So the hammers will hit the minions as they get sucked right in front of me. And then hit Q because they're all sucked right in front of me. Step to the side. Hit an E behind them. You can step to the left side too. Either one works. But yeah. Yeah. And that's just better wave clearing. And then of course when you're hitting people, just same thing. Just trying to use your abilities before anything or just trying to use your hammers before any of your abilities hit. So like here, say if I want to clear the wave, my hammers are on cooldown, so I E. So I E the wave to get my hammers back, and then I just do the same thing. And that kind of insta clears. Pre-13, you don't insta clear. Like you saw, you need to hit things a bit. Post-13, and the scalings are a bit messed up. This isn't actually how much damage it should deal to the wave, because I artificially set my level to 13. Minions scale on game time. These are still like 1 minute minions. They're not as healthy as they should be. But it does pretty much insta clear the wave. So yeah, that's wave clearing, and rest of the advice, that's just general show advice. Rest of the advice would have helped you in the game, but also just in general, learning what your role is, clear waves better, and learn to count and don't take disadvantaged fights. This was definitely workable. If you're taking like actual fights with people, with your entire team, and you can take fights with your entire team if they're not stuck clearing waves that you're not clearing. That's how you can help that, because like that last fight, Raynor and Ming were stuck clearing top because you're daddling around bot when there's waves pushing into your mid keep and your top keep that need to be dealt with before the objective. Yeah, hope that was helpful. As always, let me know if you have any questions, disagreements, concerns. Still saying Silver Spy, no, you're stupid. I heavily disagree with what you're saying. Yep. And then, as always, good luck with your climb. I will see you next time.